all these people on the wall here?
These are all people being photographed at this hotel, which is, I believe, 300 years old. Most of them are of Thomas Mann, who's the idol of this town, like Mozart is in Austria.
And there's Einstein.
But this is Einstein. He looks a little bit like Golda Meir, doesn't he? This is Einstein.
And Thomas Mann.
Thomas Mann. And here comes a dog.
1938.
We have a dog. Hi, doggy. Hi, doggy. Nice to see you.
Who are the other people?
This is a doggy and Einstein and hi. This is hi.
Hi.
What's his name? Ihr Name?
Kitschmir.
Kitschmir. So sweet.
I'm doing you because
Why don't you do me in front
Fred
of this?
told me that that's Goethe
Oh, I
and
took that.
Schiller.
There's a yellow one out.
Yeah, it's
one.
bronze.
The big picture there.
Yeah, could you take one of me right here in front of this font? It's a really nice picture.
And I
Take
want
it with
you,
me.
I want you
You can take it the two
with
of
me,
us.
you with me there after later.
Oh, okay.
Sure.
Honey, can we get the two of us right in front of this font?
I have to know who. Isn't this nice?
Why are you doing that?
What?
Why are you picturing? Want to see me chew?
I wanted to hear the flautist.
I believe you'll be. Thank you. This is great.
Very nice.
Didn't they? We all fishy, right? Nearly right, isn't it?
Now we can.
After the end of the construction, I told you that Duke Albert decided to move his court to Dresden. My side of the coach can see it. The Gothic church spires and the castle. Construction, form follows function.
I got a good picture.
A lot of steel.
This is better
Yeah.
here.
Oh, that's beautiful. Now you can put your head back in now. Hotel.
Well, tell me, what do you
Mercure.
think?
Why don't you move your hand? Meissen. So it's Monday the 21st of June. It's Roz and Larry's 40th anniversary today.
Happy anniversary.
Happy anniversary.
This looks like Disneyland.
And we're in Meissen, Mercure Hotel, and we're going to have lunch. And then we're going to go see Meissen Porcelain.
I think.
What'd she say? She said it was feldspar, clay
And
from
the third
around
thing
here.
I couldn't hear.
It sounded like kaolin. Kaolin.
Something I couldn't.
Yes. Meissen.
You know, we have a place.
This is the porcelain factory in Meissen.
Watch where you're crossing.
I see.
Oh,
Thank you.
4,100 sells that. Oh, 40. Oh, that's where it's where like at the 5,000. Not 5,000. 48. That's your address.
And from here to Dresden. This is a dangerous place.
There's a tile. It's a foot square. It's over $4,000. How much was the thimble? That
One
tile.
thimble is $160.
That single tile is $4,000.
$4,000.
And the kitchen.
Potter's wheel continues to be one of the most important tools in this factory, and is still being spun by feet. On the potter's wheel, the porcelain paste is being thrown into a blank, known in German as Bubel. This blank is the most basic form of all porcelain products. It's either made hollow or full inside. On the diligent hands of this worker, the blank is taking shape. A thin layer of semi-liquid porcelain slip is being removed with a pinch of metal. Cut off from the rest of the paste, the blank is now ready for molding. Porcelain tableware is generally made by molding. Here, for example, we have a 5-piece mold bearing the impressions of the relief pattern that is to appear on the outside of the cup. By means of a wet sponge, the porcelain body is being carefully pressed against the mold from the bottom to the top. Excess paste from inside the cup is being removed with a template. Now the cup has to remain within the mold for at least half an hour, so that the plaster of which it is made is able to stay in fashion. For assembling these parts, porcelain slip is being used as an adhesive. The cup's rough edges still need to be polished off them. In the showcase you can see the cup at this stage of production. At Meissen, Johann Friedrich Böttger introduced the practice of giving the body a first light firing to about 950 degrees Celsius, making an absorbent porcelain biscuit. Our famous factory model of origin. Since it's impossible to mold figures in their entirety, they are made from a number of separate molds. For that an original clay model is cut up, plaster molds are made of the different parts. Cast into these plaster molds, the porcelain paste takes on the shape of the original after roughly half an hour.
It's a cherub.
Those workers in charge of assembling the different parts of a figurine are known in Germany as Porcierer and in English-speaking countries as repairers. The term Porcelain has its origins in stone masonry and defines the technique of working out the rough outlines of a sculpture. Later, the term has become widely used in the plastic arts in general, meaning any kind of sketching, modeling or forming of soft materials. The work done by a repairer at the Meissen factory requires enormous skill and judgment. With the help of modeling tools, edges are being smoothed, lost decorations repaired, and plasticity and movement is being worked into the figure. Important details such as hands, face, or the drape of a skirt need to be rhythmically composed. For completion, plastic decorations and free-modeled elements such as flowers, foliage, and scrollwork, epoch-making style of figure modeling, and in addition was renowned for his well-designed chandeliers, mirror frames, and pieces of tableware. As we've already explained, after the period of drying, the porcelain is underglazed colors are added on the unglazed porcelain biscuit after its first firing. Since these colors must stand the heat of the following second firing at more than 1400 degrees, they need to have a specific resistance. One of the most famous underglaze color used at Meissen is the cobalt blue, discovered in the 18th century. From around 1739 onwards, the color has become a stock decoration, particularly for the renowned Meissen onion pattern. The pattern takes its name from what are actually, in Chinese original form, peaches and pomegranates, used decoratively in the borders. Still painted by hand. To introduce you to the practice of overglaze painting, which is primarily done on the glazed but undecorated white porcelain body. The colors used here are called enamels. They are fired over the glaze at a third burning at a temperature of around 900 degrees Celsius. Decorations in enamel colors are manifold and include motifs such as European and Oriental flowers, hunting scenes, birds, portraits or landscapes, and not to forget the coloring of figures in general. Overglaze colors are usually made of metal oxides. Thereby, our painters can rely on century-old recipes well kept in the factory's own laboratory.
I have some information.
Yes.
On the right side is the second store inside, and the price is already reduced. Let's go check it out.
Okay. Do you want to show me your Meissen porcelain?
My Meissen? Okay, here we go. I was going to take out, this is our,
This has more flowers, yeah.
Notice the little cross arrows. This is our sign that it's real Meissen.
Okay.
It looks sort of like a butterfly, doesn't it?
Uh-huh.
We have to have somebody take our picture with this. Can I ask you to take our picture with our Meissen? I like the big, this has a big purple one on top,
Yeah.
and the other has big orange. I actually prefer the one on the top.
Okay.
I like the purple.
Wiesen? What does that mean? Weissen?
Meissen, I don't know.
Oh,
Gil, I like the purple flower
okay.
better than the orange flower.
Okay.
Okay, so we'll do this one. Okay, he said he'll take our picture.
Look at all this. Look at these buildings.
This is
Right? This is the
garage.
saintly here. Catholic Church is right, the tall steeple on the right.
This is Dresden.
Yeah, in the room, there's
Schmutzy.
a bottle of water
Schmutzy.
sometimes free. No,
Today.
Franz says his room doesn't have a free bottle of water. My room the last time had a free bottle of water. It's, you be careful. Sometimes there's a sign on the water that tells you the price, sometimes there isn't. You know, that comes from the sandstone that stops it. It's a natural thing that stops it from getting eroded. Right? And I first time I thought, wow, this is a dirty city. And I thought it was.
Oh,
Oh,
there's the
look at
water.
that. It's pretty dark, y'all.
You got to take everything out of the coach, and folks, listen carefully.
Watermark.
Anytime, and you see the old stones of the original church, and of
Oh,
course
those
the
are
newer
tiles.
stones.
Well, Where's this thing
Question
you're gonna lift?
is,
To the left.
I don't see
what are we gonna do, right, sis
Can't
friend?
see. Right out. Here's our. Right out in front here. You can't see.
Oh, the
Oh, there's the. Oh, there's the bell, Janice.
So like I said, take everything off the
We'll
coach.
take it outside.
Can you see the bell now?
No, I'll see it when we get out. We have to do no flash.
So you're gonna come into the lobby, I'm going to have your room assignments. Some of the rooms will not be ready. I have no idea whose rooms will, whose won't, but some of them will not be ready yet.
Okay. You want to tell me where we are?
We're in the place where I always say, why did I bring my coat? We are here at the Hilton Dresden. It does remind us a lot of East Germany.
Yeah.
You may as well be at a hotel in the U.S. Look at this picture. This is a picture that shows you the church that's right in front of us. See this right here?
Uh-huh.
This is what's going to change tomorrow.
And
See
how's
that
it going to
big
change?
Copper, I don't know if it's copper dome. That is going to be hoisted with that large crane onto top of the church. The final repair on the destruction from World War II in honor of the 800th anniversary of the city.
Can you see at the very top where
Yeah,
it's
now
going to
the
be put?
poignant part, there's a man in red working up there. Now the poignant part,
Yeah,
the guy who actually bombed the church,
yeah.
it is his son who is responsible for putting the new dome on. Who
Look at-
says our country doesn't fix things that we break? Right? This is the heart of this town, this church.
And do we know what that yellow building is in between?
No, I only know one thing at a
We're going to
time.
find out. And what's going in the center here? This is in.
They tend to be Holocaust memorials.
No, I think it's part of the destruction not taken
Yeah.
care of yet.
Yeah, they're getting
After 60 years.
the largest porcelain mural in Europe, did she say, or in the world? I'm
In the
not
world.
sure.
This was all destroyed and put back together.
This is a great shot, too. I'm not going to keep them.
This is pollution.
Pollution. Do you see all the figures all along the edge over there, high and low? They're really cool.
So we think this is part of the Zwinger
I'm not sure.
Palace. I think it is. That we haven't figured out what we're looking at yet.
Is it on?
Yeah.
Then this must be the Danube.
No, no,
The
no.
Rhine.
No.
The Elbe.
That's it.
Oh, good. Okay. It's very schmutzy.
So what I remember about the Elbe is on one side the Russians met and the Allies met on the other side as they joined forces in World War II.
Look at this gold coming out of the building. Here comes a streetcar. Interesting looking.
Sure looks like Eastern Germany, doesn't it?
It definitely. Now, you're going
There's
to tell me
another
why
one.
these buildings are so dark?
It's called Schmutzendicke.
She told us the rock does it naturally. Look at the crane up there to put the dome on the church
I
tomorrow.
think they have two cranes.
That's the Church of Our Lady. It'll probably be covered on the news. Should we cross over the bridge?
Which way?
On the other side, different view.
Don't you want to go down towards the Schwinger? Certainly looks nicer in the picture books. Yeah. This is the Opera House.
You know what? This reminds me of like Tiananmen Square, Red Square, Vatican Square. I bet you 10 to 1 Hitler stood on one of these balconies and preached.
You think so?
Yeah. Looks like you could stand up. There's a lot of balconies. Yeah. You can get to a whole lot of folks. The square is as big as some of those squares. Isn't it as big as Vatican Square? Tiananmen Square is bigger.
I don't
we were in
remember
another city.
Yeah. What city was
We were
that?
in Weimar.
Weimar.
And you wanted to go around and see the back of buildings. This looks pretty much the same, Gil. That's a very nice shot of the opera, however.
Yeah.
That's quite
true.
lovely. Want to go to the opera?
It's closed.
Oh, we've seen operas in French, Spanish, English.
But
We
none
add
in German.
to our collection. Well, this is a great picture of the statue in the front.
This
Look
is-
at that equestrian statue.
And the Zwinger concert.
When's the swinger? Is that a concert for swingers? It's heute Abend. That means today. It's today at 6:30.
Really?
Yeah.
Let's see if we can get some tickets. Too late.
Look at that picture of the pony over there. That's very nice. Here's the opera house.
Is Jazz? This is the Geology Museum,
But it's more than that.
and there's going to be a
I think
theater.
it's the whole museum complex. It's the whole museum complex. Different museums.
And what you decide was the Schauspielhaus
I think it's legitimate theater.
versus illegitimate theater?
Yeah.
What is illegitimate theater?
I mean stage.
This is where we should have stayed, huh?
This is the Hotel
Kempinski.
Kempinski.
In
This is
Dresden.
very, very nice.
Yeah.
There's a Chagall exhibit. It's quite lovely. As you see here, it has a 5-star rating, superior.
And in EFC,
I think it was the European Financial.
you think so?
We're looking for Pagerstrasse, pedestrian shopping area. It says the post office is down this way, and there's a new shopping mall which borders the Altmarket Square.
Okay.
I just don't think this is it.
This is give you an idea of what the destruction looked like during the war, and what they still haven't repaired. Frankenchurch. And we're going to put a dome on that tomorrow.
Government
Augustus
buildings, the one with the
Bridge.
colored gable, is our Ministry of Finance, and in front of it the preparations are underway for the summer film nights. And the other big building with the golden crown is the State Chancellery, the working place of our Minister President. On our right side is still Bruce Terrace, the remainder of the fortifications, and here behind these walls on our right side was the laboratory where Johann Friedrich Böttger. On the right hand side you now see a modern complex, you will see it again in a minute, and this is the new synagogue of Dresden. To the left you see a yellow building which is an old age pensioners home of the Calvinist church, and the big building behind it with the black statues on top, the black figures,
400
is
Jews
the Albertinum. It is a museum building, and this is where you find, if you are interested, the new masters paintings. New masters means in Dresden 19th and 20th century. We have a lot of romantic paintings, Caspar David Friedrich, Clausen Dahl and many others.
There's the synagogue, the new synagogue. It's built on the site of the old synagogue.
So this grey and big building here on our right is the regional bank of Saxony. And behind it you see a dark building which is about 100 years old. This is our police department. And these white and green cars here, you know, are our police cars. The yellow building next to it is about 250 years old. It was destroyed and rebuilt in the 1960s, and this is our Museum of Civic History. And a horn of plenty and pouring it over Dresden. This wide open space in front of us is called Pirnasch's Tor of Volkswagen. This is where they put their luxury car Phaeton together. The sub-assemblies come from other factories, and here they are being put together behind walls of glass, and if you are lucky, this is how his parts, his sub-assemblies are supplied to the factory, and if he likes, he can stay all the time until the car is ready to be taken out. The price is between 50 and 100,000 euro.
What palace? One of the nicer areas in Dresden. Post-war places, not destroyed.
In Dresden, Baroque has always been very strong, very overpowering, and what came after Baroque had to be adapted a little bit. That's why we don't have the typical Art Nouveau like in Prague or Vienna also.
Now the apartments are vacant. People are leaving
Every
Dresden.
now and then you can see a building that looks as run down, if not worse, as it was 50. It is also a town of students and of sciences. We have got a University of Technology, which is a misleading name because it is a full-scale, a big complex like a town inside the town. More than 2,000 employees work here, and then medical students get their education here.
Medical school.
Fallen from grace with the Hohenzollern because he divorced his wife and married her lady in waiting, and this was below the grave.
Area.
So he had to leave Russia and came to Saxony. Yeah, and now we are going to show you the most famous bridge in Dresden. Blue Wonder has 2 pillars on land only, with a distance of 141 meters between them.
She called it Bardelsbad?
So there were many doubts when this bridge was built whether it could be stable, and so it was tested in the beginning. The meters. They are also expensive in terms of running costs, because you know it needs so much heating in these high rooms. For many people it is simply too expensive.
Lucky strike.
Poets around 1800. He spent 2 years in Dresden, and he was living on the other side of the Elbe in a little country house owned by the Körner family. Körner was also a poet. And Schiller, Blue Wonder Bridge.
The Blue Wonder Bridge.
The steel bridge. People were outraged when it was built, and now it is a place where we take visitors because it has become so famous. It even lent its name to certain other things. For instance, we have a jazz band in Dresden, which is called Blue Wonder Jazz Band, and so on. Looking to the right, you see another steel construction running up and down the hill slope, and this is indeed the world's oldest suspended cable railway, which was built in 1901. It overcomes a height difference of about 90 meters. And in the distance you can see the television tower of Dresden.
That's the television.
252 meters high. And the bridge has taken us to Loschwitz, another one of these former villages. And in contrast to Blasewitz, you will see some old farmhouses here. This whole stretch of land from here upstream to Pillnitz and to the outskirts of Dresden is a mixture of one of the most upmarket hotels in Dresden, Hotel Schloss Eckberg. The second one was built for the Chamberlain of the Prussian prince whom I mentioned before, Baron Stockhausen. That's why it is called Schloss Stockhausen or Villa Stockhausen. And it is also known as Linger Palace. Linger was a producer of pharmaceuticals, and he was the inventor of the world's first mouthwash, Odol, you may know it. And he was the founder of our hygiene museum. Among the 30 museums in Dresden, there is a very special one dedicated to the healthy way of living. And this was founded by Linger, who owned this beautiful villa, which is now unfortunately very dilapidated, but there is hope that it will be restored and will be accessible. And your garden tour is now in many cases a little house with a second household. People who live in big high-rise districts spend the whole summer out. Catholic church with this beautiful ornate tower. Then the tower that is a little bit higher is the Hausmannsturm of the Royal Palace. Then you see a yellow building with a green roof. This is part of the Hilton Hotel. Then the Art Academy with a glass lemon squeezer and the farmer on top. And behind it, the Dome of the Frauenkirche. And in the far left, you see the steeple of the Church of the Holy Cross and the tower of the Town Hall. Architecture. The Bellevue Hotel was built at the same time when the Semper Opera was rebuilt in order to have a proper hotel for the guests from Western countries, you know. The opera sold many tickets against hard currency to people from West. Sitting next to the bridge on the left is the former Parliament, now Supreme Court of Saxony. Next to it your hotel, next to it the Art Academy, and then the Frauenkirche, and in the distance the Town Hall of Dresden. Right off the bridge is the Catholic Fourth Church, which was built in the middle of the 18th century, and right of it, Theatre Square, and this is where we leave the bus and split in two groups. My colleague Carola is here waiting for you, and then we start for the walking tour and the visit to the gallery.
Here's your dome.
Yeah.
Yeah, you should take everything with you and leave nothing on the bus, because you don't get on this bus back so soon. Because we see the gallery and then we take...
First go into the courtyard of the swinger palace. Listen to this,
Courtyard of the
and
swinger
I tell you
palace.
everything about the swinger there, and then we go into the gallery. Please come with me. Residence. Left of it, the cathedral of Fort Church. Church over there. Here to the right, that's the Semper Opera House. And some of the art for this restaurant with very good food with customers. You see that's the Semper Gallery. And at the right end there where you see the chairs. That's a very good restaurant. It's a cafe, Alte Meister, Old Master. It's very good food. And you can see outside you see it. It's a very nice place here. It's a wedding. So that means not the building was the most important part, but this courtyard here, and the building itself was like a frame. It's an open-air banquet hall, you could say. Here is the imaging of this wedding, and also later on they used the courtyard for big jousting, celebrations and so on. But the building was in existence too, so what should they do with this? So the swinger, in German we just say swinger, no palace, because it was never inhabited. It was never really a place to live in. And this was always more or less a museum. And that's what it's still today. Different art collections are shown here. This one from England, mathematical and physical scientists over there, the glow, sports, and they will start to give a little concert. The building where we just walked through, you see when you have a look at this, and you compare it with the rest of the building, you see it looks quite different. Mainly planning, discussion.
That was good. That was good. Huh?
Meissen Porcelain bells. Everything's Meissen.
$10:15 on Tuesday a.m. in Dresden at the Zwinger Palace, which is used for weddings, museums adjacent, and concerts.
Showed us that the flood level went up several feet. 8 feet up high on these
9
buildings?
feet.
It's amazing. Nice music if you want to play with your Meissen. Do you see the Meissen symbols, the 2 cross swords above the clock? It's pretty cool. See the symbol of Meissen up there?
Are there any schwingers
There's
in Dresden?
lots of schwingers here. I don't know what a schwinger actually is. Is it a complex?
Those are people who go both ways, either towards Nazis or communism.
I want to know what the
schwinger.
word swinger means.
I think it's the name of the family.
I don't know. I'm gonna ask.
Just above each other, you stretch it out, and in this way you get a 3-dimensional looking black and white picture. Especially in the Renaissance time, this was very, very popular, and they decorated the facade of the whole palace.
After the war,
And the whole corridor will be done like this again when it's finished.
and they
So
want
when
to
you look from
complete
here
this
to
on the
the left, you
800th
see all the
anniversary
modern,
of
the
Dresden.
new Dresden.
next 2
You know,
years.
the whole city center was destroyed during World War II and only a small part was reconstructed. And all the way down here, that's a new built, a newly built old town. Down there, the old market, and if you go farther straight on, you come to the Praga Street, which is the main shopping street in Dresden.
Ah.
If you want to go shopping, this would be this way. Either straight ahead, either you go to the Praga Street, or when you are on the old market, it's square, you will see it there. There's then to the right a big kind of gate that goes through the building, and there's written above it Altmarktgalerie, Old Market Gallery. And it's a very
And kids playing for money.
But we say could you check
What are you telling me?
That's one of those ladies who stands still like a statue, but she's relaxing her fake head for a bit. When I said she took off her top, I got your attention real fast, didn't I?
Yes, you did.
Genüdet. She's not genüdet, she's just beheaded.
You
It's
don't want to
actually
use
not
that
even
word.
a good word. This is a great math problem to figure out how many tiles. Do we know, was it 24,000 or 2,400?
That's him. That's him, Wilhelm Walter. And he made this in the scaffetto. It's here in the courtyard of the palace. So originally this was scaffetto. 1876 was made. But already in the beginning of the 20th century.
Watch the step. Finish. Did you hear me?
Yeah.
They say.
That's the ghost of the strong.
Oh! And some every descendant of here's a postcard.
They've hooked up the dome, Janice,
Yeah, here's a
to the
postcard.
crane.
Can we see the dome? You can see the hooked up part.
Is
Church of Our Lady.
the oldest of Dresden. It was a main Protestant church, and what it's under reconstruction now is from the beginning of the 18th century, so it's a Baroque building. Georg Beer was the architect, and he built it then instead of the old, far too small building. It became famous all over Germany as very beautiful, especially because of its big dome, which had the shape of a bell. And the special thing about this was also that it was made of stone. Until then, such domes were mainly built of wood, and now it was made of stone. During World War II, it was not destroyed by bombs but by fire. So it burned out. Inside it was about 1,000 centimeters. And it was too much for the stone, so after cool down, after 2 days, it collapsed. And until to reconstruct this fantastic building. And a society was founded which is responsible for the reconstruction. And you see that's what they've done, almost finished already now. So that the Duke of Kent will come this afternoon for this, lifting up for the ceremony to bring it up there. So this was
The cross is actually
symbol of reconciliation.
and the son of a bombardier.
Yeah,
made the cross.
in the scaffolding, what is here, there's really this lantern hidden here. Yeah,
Here's what she's showing you.
underneath is the lantern, and this is in the scaffolding.
You want me to hold it for you?
Yeah, it's there, of course. And next year, October next year, this will be consecrated, this church, and there are...
You have your wallet?
You having fun? This is the ceremony for the bell. I'm going to point out the guys on the top.
It's very tough.
I hope that they don't. Genau.
Rausgehst und drüber. Das Gerät ist. Schlängern wir uns da durch. Entschuldigung. So.
Ich bin mit Haaren.
Landesbischof Gress, Exzellenz und verehrte Lady Tori, Herrn Landtagspräsident Iltgen, Herrn Oberbürgermeister Rosberg, die Freunde und Förderer der Frauenkirche, Gäste aus nah und fern, alle Bauschaffenden,
dieses festlichen Ereignisses. Wenn ich erhöht werde von der Erde, so will ich alle zu mir ziehen. Diesen einprägsamen Satz hat Christus kurz vor seinem Tod gesagt. Mit dem Erhöhtwerden
wenn es Sommer mal überschneiden kann, dann hat es auch auch viel beachtet, das alles in der Einstellung ich hoffe, ich habe das so oder sonst haben wir Objekt, die Kirche und siehst du was? Der halbe das ist auch so groß, ne? Das war jetzt ganz schön kurz. Manchmal ist es ja schön. Wir hatten das über
Ja, abbrechen, das auch super und
War alles geschlossen. Was ihr seid sicher? Da steht irgendwann jemand einpacken, aber siehst du endlich ab, setzt dich jetzt in den Augenblick, setzt dich auf. Oh, lass mal was ab hier. No, nee, okay, das darfst du, ne? Da hat sie noch ein paar Hand, jetzt baut er sie ab, das war's, okay. Gut, jo. Nachrichten. Wir mit 20 Minuten ich glaube gegen Nacht, da bringen sie es kurz nochmal runter. Genau. Müssen wir mal schauen. Ich habe den, lassen mich jetzt verkaufen. Ja.
It looks like it fits. It's the sunshine.
In der Tat, heute erleben wir einen besonderen und ergreifenden Moment. Ist aufgerufen, seinen Beitrag zur Verständigung und Versöhnung zu leisten. dann wird für unsere Kinder und Enkel die Hoffnung.
Doing here,
The bill.
yeah.
It's taking a very long time. We need a translator, a mathematician.
Translator. Joe is acting as our personal accountant, and Bill is helping him along.
They're translating from the menu.
They're translating from the menu into English.
Now, the interesting thing is no free refills on Coke or coffee or water.
I see.
So you could run up quite a tab like they did on Coca-Cola.
Now, and we had a lot of pig knuckles.
And the meatloaf
And
is
the
not
meatloaf.
meatloaf, it's really a piece of ham.
It's really ham.
It's ham. Okay.
But the chicken was chicken.
The chicken is it. And what's the name of this restaurant that we're in?
Beer house.
Okay.
Something.
Okay. Dome Schiff Beer House. Okay. What's your language?
70, 75.
He gets a change. Give him a dollar.
Now, this is Joe doing high finance for the waiter.
We all kind of rounded
And I
it.
think we're now on our 49th minute.
Smile, Joe, he's filming you. Be good.
Joe Bill has just raised him 30 euros.
You know, about 3 years ago,
He raised him 30 euros.
couples that went down to the, listen to this, went down to the La Jolla Beach and Tennis Club.
And I raised
Because we
you.
all play tennis.
I'll,
So
yeah.
everybody always gives me the bill, and I figure out what everybody is. And see, this bill's about $250 too much.
Janice.
So I call
That one here is
later
Joe.
on, I say, this bill is just way too much money. So I always check the bills ever since. So it turned out, they put the next guy's table on our
Chapters, they finally took off the chains.
Over by the fence. Why do they have an extra piece?
There's an extra
wasn't
piece.
structurally sound enough to maybe put back up again.
You talk like an engineer.
No, well, I shouldn't be doing that.
What kind of engineering do you do? Is electrical?
That's what my training was in, yes.
We've used structural engineers. We've, after the earthquake, we've hired those guys. And geological engineers we've hired. But you really can see here the original part that was left.
And there's another piece on
That
the
just
other
blew
side
me
of the
away
church.
once I came to realize that.
I'm going to run one at 5. So you want
And
me
that
to
other
5:45?
material, I think so.
You think it's a,
Something's broken.
you think it's a bomb?
You think it's a bomb?
Yeah, I
You just
do.
turned the light on up there.
Where?
But you know,
the monument.
it says 1721.
Oh, you're right.
The lights are on. Anybody home?
In a few months you'll watch the Discovery Channel or they'll have
Yes.
this.
Yes,
the
they will.
reconstruction.
I'm sure they're documenting.
Janice, do you see the light on the bell? They just turned it on?
You mean the very, very tippy top?
Yeah, they just turned on the light.
Well, we did notice earlier, Bob and I noticed that there were lights inside just below the new dome.
I see that. Yeah, but now they just turned on the light.
It'll be the first night that it's all illuminated like this.
All right. Now, you just decide what this is?
It looks like a symbol of war.
Okay.
A broken something.
A broken something.
But the only thing is they're talking here about 17 something. Zeben is 7.
That's the
7
August
bastions of the...
Bridge.
I think it's...
To,
this is a kingdom. This is a kingdom. This
the new town.
bastions of the kingdom.
This is on the other side of the river.
The residents.
Dresden. This is all an extension of this vineyard.
And then here's after the plant. It looks like after the planet Banat. I don't know what that is.
Trying to figure out what this is. Planet.
Like we're on a scavenger.
I know.
I think this is old. I don't behold it.
Right.
We had a piece that was.
They turned on the lights.
Oh, those are great.
And the new building with the lights on.
Because like you say, it's usually expensive.